Hello, hello, hello. So, yeah, uh, the ROM I have for, Sweet Home, I don't think is gonna allow me to actually complete that game, which, is kind of disappointing, but, yeah, I guess it gives me time to try a different game. I was wondering which ones of the games I was supposed to do next I wanted to do, and I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I've done a tactical RPG, so I'm gonna try for Grimshade, a game that came out on, I think, Steam initially in 2017. It's come out for the Switch and a few other consoles. But yeah, it looked absolutely fascinating. And yeah, maybe it's because I'm a easy sell with a giant badger on the cover. But let's try Grimshade. Start a new game. Are you dragged in a fight unprepared? Just your battle party and their equipment right during the position. Blah 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 blah. Halt the machine. It won't be long now. A few more days and the work of many lifetimes will bear fruit. Okay. No audio work? That's perfectly fine with me. I shall right the injustice, seize the light, and put a stop to all that madness. Perseverance is the key. Oh, stopping madness is good. Now what is to be your contribution, my friend? I don't know. Uh-oh. I hope that's breathable liquid. A marvelous specimen. Doesn't more like you, and my triumph is assured. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this person's evil. There's no stopping the inevitable. My legacy is to stand ever vigilant. Damn! What are those buffoons playing at? Darkness, take them. I was categorical about avoiding damages to the facilities. Uh-oh. Number 11. Present yourself at once. Life is not a bed of roses. I guess not. Illuminated be the path of the alchemists who gift us their blessing. Lambent Mother. In our darkest hours, in our times of doubt and sorrow, may the lodestar shine forth. The moment draws near, lambent sisters. A lot of background. Let us be the embodiment of the guiding light to the people of Braun. Okay. I guess we're gonna be in that kind of high fantasy thing. Like, I understand it, and for something as early as, say, stuff that was written in the 70s, Shannara and The Wheel of Time, and stuff like that, having your religions being the light and the darkness, yeah, I guess it's fine, but this was made in 2017. Come on. Give me something with a little more oomph. Then again, I mean, the predominant religion in my country just says God instead of anything else, not, Jehovah or that sort, so, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. Finally, with the lodestar complete, after ages in the making, we shall perform our duties with the aid of miraculous power to heal the wounded, cure the ailing. Well, that's nice. In humble servants to the people we walk our path. Shala, light be praised. Shala, 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 shala. That was no accident. There's an intruder in our midst. Uh-oh. Intruder, I sense your presence. You tread where you do not belong. Be gone from this sacred place. We are no strangers to darkness, foolish child, as you are no doubt aware. Oh, this little light show isn't for you. It's what passes as guards in this hole. My, but I do forget my manners, ladies. Much apologies for interrupting the ceremony, but I'll be taking this little bauble for myself, if you don't mind. Nothing personal, but I'd rather be put to good use, left to the benefit of a bunch of charlatans. No mere mortal may channel the power of the light. You'll bring ruin upon yourself. It's nature does. Yes, I've heard all that rigmarole before. Keep calm, sisters. Help is, no doubt, already on its way. As much as I enjoyed enlightened company, I fear I must cut this short. See ya, my dears. Interesting. The intruder! Where is he? Aren't you a little late, son? They took the lodestar. Go tell Gorsa I'm having a word with him about this. Inform the guard captain. Relic must be found and returned to its rightful place. Knockdown and stun are quite dangerous. And now we're in the Spicy Wind Tavern. What's going on outside, Charlie? Wararoo. Well. Trouble in the streets. A lot of confusion. Can't really tell what's happening. Square outside is full of soldiers. I'm sure I've heard shots fired. Darkness take you, you dusty old fool. Told you something bad was going on outside. Just you try to go out there again. I should put out, Mr. Glassington, that there's no mention of any unrest in the papers. Here, see for yourself. Front page news about the name day of His Majesty the King. Good evening, Dorian. Didn't see you come in. It's the morning issue you got there. Mess outside started not too long ago. This isn't good. Whoa. We should have candles somewhere. How long do you think this will last? I'm terribly afraid of the dark. Oh, Master Charlie, are the candles really such a good idea? What if someone's tagging the city? What if they notice us? Don't be daft, woman. Turn the lights back on for the love of, well, light. I had a winning hand here. Charlie, don't be a miser. Go fire up that ether generator you've got stashed in the cellar, why don't you? Now, Philip. That was uncalled for. Let me just... You and your cards, Philip. That building could be up in flames. You'd still be placing bets and drawing hands. I wonder when things are going to quiet down outside. Staying indoors would be best, I think. Getting mixed up in this unsavory business would be less than ideal. Please, friends, settle down. We're not kicking anyone out. Welcome to stay until it's safe to leave. Everyone here is our guest for the night. Roo, put some tie on and boil and give poor Judy a glass of guard to calm the jitters. Don't want anyone fainting on me now. Lights are back on. Light willing, the streets will clear up soon, too. Oh. Uh-oh. Dead. An anticipated setback. However, time is growing short. Number 11, get rid of that thing. Those in the corner, too. Clean this mess up. Post haste, please. And by the light, deliver one of finer stock. You've the entire kingdom to select from. Well, someone's obviously evil.
This is how it started. The gears of fate screeched as they pulled the curtain on the rotten, wobbly stage called Bran. No other future could await the kingdom that lies near the dark source. Just as it seemed that things couldn't get any worse, as the bloodthirsty monsters of shadow were surrounding the huge city, longing to devour the citizens, the army of Bespierre, a neighboring country, started the invasion.
Uh-oh.
Dark times like these always nurture the burning hearts, thirsting for the truth. Coming to seek for it, the hero would start untangling the intertwined events, getting caught up in the threads of fate, like a restless kitten. The absolute turmoil makes it almost impossible to discover the truth. The inexperienced heroes would fall out of people's graces. They run and suffer, desperate to find out who's to blame for the misery, the injustice. Oh, miserables, what shall they do with their aspiration now? Chaos is ever daedal, depending on so many factors predetermined and certain, like time itself. But heroes would search for the villain persistently. They need a scapegoat to put the blame on. It is vitally important to find a reason for their heroic being. So, today, they chose me.
Hover mouse over the quest description, blah blah blah. That fall nearly killed me. Wasn't for the gauntlet, I'd be... Good thing I finally got it to work. Wonder why of now, all times. It hurts all over. Must have fallen in umbrage willed. Dangerous here. Gotta get moving while I still can. Left click on any passable area to move to where the cursor is pointing. Press and hold the left mouse button to move in the direction of the cursor. Okay. Yes, right click. People talk about leaving a mark in the world. This isn't what they mean. Well, hello. This is your first battle. This one shouldn't pose much of a problem, even if you're new to tactical games. However, there's a few key concepts you should be aware of from the start. Okay. Characters fight using combat skills. Alright, list of available skills is displayed on the bottom right of the screen, directly above the portraits of the currently acting character. Every character has a set of skills that are unique to that particular character. Each of these skills serve a unique function within the game, which we'll go over later. Battlefield is divided in two separate sides. The left half belongs to the player. One on the right to the enemy. Enemy characters are unable to cross to the player's side and vice versa. Each side consists of 3 rows, counted from the middle to the edge of each side. So, first row, second row, third row, and then columns this way. You can change the pitch and pan of battle by pressing and holding the right mouse button anywhere in the scene, moving the mouse. You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. Okay. Not that that gives me too much info, but it's nice. To use a melee skill, first click on the topmost icon in Alistair's skill bar, or use the hotkeys 1 through 6 as indicated in the left image. Then click on the highlighted enemy. Performing melee is considered an action and will always end the acting character's turn, passing on the next character in timeline depicted on the bottom of the combat screen. Melee skills are represented by this pictogram tooltips. They can be performed while standing in the first row and on only enemies within the character's melee range. I guess that all makes sense. So, do that and that. Poke. We won some guts. These were inside something not too long ago. Now they're in your pockets. Great. Dark ether crystal. Crystal filled with dark ether. Oh, that's a win. And that's a save. Uh-oh. What in the... So many corpses. How? Grimshade has a significant amount of dialogue. Of course, you can skip them, but it'll make it difficult for you to understand what's going on. Next, switch to the next phrase, click on the next dialogue window. Yeah, you can also do this by right-clicking or pressing the spacebar. Use this button at the top of the screen, you can open and close the dialogue history. That's useful. Skip, and press this button to skip an entire dialogue. Okay. Hello, are you okay? Who are you? Can you hear me? Help. The guy in the yellow cargo pants. What happened here? I don't know, sir. My head. It's so loud. I'll save the questions for later. We're in Umbridge Weald, and those creatures are all around. We have to go now. Do you understand? Can you walk? Yes, sir. I'll try. She's got these, like, spiral eyes. That's it. You're doing great. Just stick behind me. Looks like sewage water. If we go upstream, we're bound to reach city walls. What's your name, kid? Kaiba, sir. I think. Oh, his eyes have cleared up. Name's Alistair. Alistair Guada. At your service. Let's... Hold on. That on the ground. Looks like a gem of some sort. Maybe it's connected to this whole mess. Let me just grab that. Right. Now let's move. Light ether crystal and strange crystal. When you come across objects, you can interact while exploring the world. When you hover your mouse over an object, like that, the cursor will change to one corresponding specific action you may perform on the object. The object will also be highlighted. Highlight all the interactive objects from the field of view. Press the tab key. I love me a quick view. It doesn't look like all these creatures were killed by the creatures of the Weald. Uh-oh. These yellow cargo pants will haunt you forever. Not breathing. There's a large wound on his stomach. Looks like scavengers have been here already. Ugh. Body has deep wounds and sores. Judging by the pose, he was alive when he was washed up on shore. Well, he does have his head. It's just the brown hair. Oh, these poor things were sturdy chaps. So, wherever that place Kaiba came from are looking for a very specific person. At the bottom screen, during battles, timeline appears pictured above that depicts the order of which characters will perform the actions. Using skills, moving, and waiting are all considered actions. Performing any of these will end that character's turn and allow the characters in the timeline to act. Number pictured below the characters, timeline, or time units. Larger number, longer the characters have to wait their turn. So 0, 3, and 8. Most actions have a time unit cost, usually 5, 10, 15, 20. When a character performs an action with a time unit cost, they'll move along the timeline to whatever that costs. Waiting and moving costs 5 time units unless modified by status effects. Using skills cost varying amount of time units, which are these here. The art style is it's very early 2000s Amera manga, I would say. Kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of thing. Cost depicted in this indicator by a skill icon and skills tooltip. Place your mouse over a skill or click it, choose it. The indicator will picture the left will display the position in the timeline, and the character will be moved after performing the chosen action. Okay. All characters in the game have an initiative. This determines the character will take their first action once combat starts. Check character's initiative, right-click on the character's portrait to bring up their character sheet. Depicted by this pictogram and tooltips can range from 0 to 20. Lower the number, sooner character will act. Furthermore, several characters occupy the same time slot in the action timeline. The first one to act will be the character with the lowest initiative score. Okay. So right-click on Alistair here. We can open up his ability. He's got 60 hit points, 0 out of 120 brain points, I guess, and 1 out of 6 crystal points. Oh. Tension. Physical, emotion, and mental tension of a character. Okay. Ether operator. Receives ether resources by the end of each round. They use either use an ether crystal they find in the journey to improve their ether devices. Interesting. Alistair is an effective front row tank and fighter capable of protecting an entire team from directed attacks. Reducing income damage and dealing significant amounts of damage to the enemy frontliners while preventing them from fighting back. Brash and arrogant, Alistair Guada nevertheless has a good heart and a streak of kindness towards people in need. Looks up to his father, one of Brand's elite's champion protectors, as a role model. Alistair didn't become champion himself, but he somehow inherited his ability to control the dark ether with his Brand alchemic mechanisms. Let's see. Okay. And click on Kaiba here. Kaiba's powers are hard to define. He seems cleanly attuned to the ebb and flow of ether. Found on the edges of Umbrage Weald, near the walls of Braun by Alistair under strange circumstances, this child possessed no memory of his past. Kaiba seems mellow and kind-hearted and has a shy and somewhat quiet demeanor, although at times his sullen darkness passes over his features. Cell status undercover. Anyway. Let's give you a smack. Poke. Victory! Guts and dark ether crystals. Aha! Two red eyes stare back from the tree hollow. Whatever they belong to is probably not very friendly. Alistair's first skill is currently marked unavailable for use because the grotesque is out of reach for that skill. All skills currently have no valid targets when marked in this manner. Check why this might be happening. You can hover your mouse cursor over the skill to check the conditions that aren't being met. In a situation like this, some characters may perform range attacks. Alistair's second skill is a fast revolver shot that can be used for situations like this. You can press the 2 key to quickly access it in combat. Range skills are represented by this pictogram. Ding! In tooltips and can be performed from any position on the field. So, Gunslinger. Kapow! Teeth. Even a skilled dentist won't be able to put them back where they belong. Kind of interesting, it saves after every battle, so it's kind of nice, kind of scary. Uh-oh. You know, I think there was one earlier. Let me just check that out. Yeah. Someone or something in the hollow. Curiosity is your worst enemy in the Umbrage Weald. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I would say with the art style, it's kind of like this way. But I want to go this way. It's almost like an iOS game, but like really well done. So let's give you a poke. And you can do nothing. So I guess you're waiting. Avoid. I like that. I guess you're waiting again. New round. Oh, we're gonna shoot you. Guts and teeth. Eating these would be a grave mistake, since their air, since even the air in this forest is tainted. There's some boxes. Herbs and black tar. Yay, tar. Well, that seems to be this map. The sewage. These monsters just don't know when to quit. I'll show them what a champion of Braun can do. Kaiba, get that door open. I'll hold them off. Move it, kid. never learn. Darkness take them. Ready, sir. I'm not sure this can hold him for long. Gotta keep moving. Hey, quit with that sir thing. It's just Alistair, right? Alright, Alistair, sir. Can I open the door and fight him? Get more experience points? Do I even have experience points? Not that I'm seeing. Let's see. So I've got a disc chain, trusty revolver, always at the ready, or always at hand and ready for battle. Okay. And charged glaive, quarterstaff, the main weapon of the champion. Depending on the pommel mounted on the staff, champion can perform different attacks. Art's quarterstaff blade is taught to future champions since their childhood. Alas, Alistair had to learn many things on his own. Champion Ether Gauntlet, transmitter of Dark Ether. Namely, the gauntlet allows humans to operate ether. Champions prepare the gauntlets by some ritual. Overcharged Ether Crystal. Crystal buzz with dark ether or electricity. Watch out, may blow up. Charged Caves. Gives 2 avoidance tokens. Foe which attacks Alistair in melee range receives Spark, Jolt, or Shock status. And you got nothing. Okay. Inventory, just all sort of the stuff that we've picked up. No medical supplies and no money. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Looks like these guys don't use doors. Okay, wow. How about I take you out first? Kappa found himself in a position. This makes him vulnerable to ranged attacks. This is not good. He doesn't have an avoidance tokens or a lot of health to survive for a long out of cover. Enemies will almost always attempt to attack your most vulnerable or dangerous character when given the chance to do so. As long as Kaiba presents a viable target to ranged enemies, Alistair makes for an uninteresting target. That makes sense. Might as well move Kaiba back into cover by moving him behind Alistair. Perform move action, position the mouse cursor over to a green highlighted cell near Kaiba and click the left mouse buttons. So, move him down? I guess so. Well, at least I can hit diagonally. Alistair just killed an Umbridge in one hit. This hasn't happened before. Actually, it has been. Secondary effect caused by the combination of the attack and a status effect, but first we need to take a look at the damage types. Okay. Damage skill will, due to the enemy, can be physical or ether-based. Gray attacks you physical damage reduced by armor parameters, the character being attacked. For playing damage, blah 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 blah. Red, blue, teal, and brown is fire, water, air, and sand. Interesting. And gold, light purple, dark purple, light, electric, and dark. Normally, characters take full damage from all types of damage. However, characters in the game have different ways they can interact with each damage type, modifiers, weaknesses, resistance, immunity, absorption. You played an RPG before. The Umbridge is resistant to physical damage, hence Alistair's revolver only does 2 damage instead of full 4. Alistair's staff does 10 points of electric damage, which the Umbridge takes full damage from, and applies spark status to the target. Okay. Round 2. Wait. Poke. know what got him so focused on us. Must be drawn by the ether crystal in my gauntlet. I'm scared, Alistair. There you go. You got that sir part right this time. Got a champion of brand to protect you. Killing the Umbridges is our job. No, there's stuff. Metal junk and gold. Yay, money. Optional encounters. Some enemies will be found outside the game's critical path and move the game's plot forward. These encounters are a good source of raw materials for crafting and provide an extra challenge during explorations. Be on the lookout, sometimes guard valuable treasure. So it sounds like this game has no experience points. Okay, I'm just gonna start with shooting you. And you still can't do anything. I'm gonna poke you. You're gonna keep waiting. And I'm gonna poke you. Hooray! Metal sheets and metal junk. Well, at least it's stuff. Caustic liquid and more metal junk. Okay. Maintenance board is under voltage. It's forthoughtingly locked from the curious diggers. Okay. More stuff. Gunpowder and gold. I have a feeling that thing might come useful at some point. Dare or darkness break you, it's a dead end. I don't see any switches. Alright, keep your cool, we'll think of something. To be totally honest, I'm nearly at my limit, Kaiba. But don't worry, I've been through a lot worse. Come and get me! Above each character's head, you can find a readout of overall status showing combat. Green bar represents health, yellow bar represents tension. And yeah, Alistair's at near max tension. Character's tension is raised whenever they use any of the skills or receive an attack. Melee attacks will raise tension even if they are avoided. Character's tension can be lowered by one of 4 ways. Natural generation at the beginning of a combat round, -15. By performing weight actions, -5. With special character skills. After recovering from knockdown, tension is reduced to 0. Some creatures are incapable of experiencing tension do not have a tension stat at all. A good example of this are Umbridges. Which would be, I guess, all you? Sorry about that. Avoid. Avoid. And smack for 4. Alistair has entered knockdown. This happens when the character's current tension, pictured below, is above their maximum tension. While in this state, characters unable to perform actions for a period of 20 time units. Lose the ability to avoid attack. Defenders lose their current ability to provide cover for allies. 20 time units are added to their current position on the timeline. Ugh. Once this happens, additional grayed out portrait of the character appears on the timeline. The character recovers from knockdown. Their current tension will drop down to 0. Yay. Will once again be able to avoid attacks and cover allies. However, they'll take the next action only once they've reached their turn order per timeline. Pro tip, be mindful of your tension. Manage it carefully. Sometimes doing something and taking a significant hit to your tension may prove to be much worse than doing nothing. Out of the times getting out of the last hit Or going knockdown may mean the difference between victory and defeat. Well, not much you can do. Round 2. Still nothing you can do. Ow. More ow. Even more ow. And all you can do is wait. And you've recovered. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where the enemy has very little health left. Well, not here. It's best to use a faster skill because the lower recovery time for this skill means you can still kill the enemy but are able to act sooner. Okay. As pictured here, Shocking Strike costs 10 time units to perform while Revolver costs only 5. Hence, Alistair will be able to act sooner if he kills with the Revolver. Moreover, Alistair's melee skill raises tension by 15, range only 5. Okay. How much damage can you do? 2 points. Yeah, that's not going to be a thing I'm going to do here. Have you wait. And finish this up. More of them. Get behind me, kid. Alistair the Great. Carrying Grimshade. Close it. Close it now, you big oaf. The Umbrages are piling in after them. I'm trying the blasted lever's all rusty. Didn't go exactly according to plan. However, well, what do we have here? Thank you, good sirs. You've done us a great service. Hear that, boys? A service, this one says. How about returning a service? Thing is, we lost something down here. Darcy? And we'd very much like it. Hey, Darcy. What? Can't you see I'm busy? Darcy, look, I think that one's a champion. Maybe we shouldn't piss him off. Have you gone soft in the head? All of the champions are fighting on the walls in the street, not hiding in sewers and cellars. I wasn't hiding. But his gauntlet, look, it's definitely the Dark Ether. Looks very old and beat up, and he's too young to be a champion. Hey kid, where'd you get that piece of junk? Stole it or found it in the garbage? I didn't steal it, it's mine. Yes, of course. Not that I care. Did help you out, but don't mistake it for charity. You owe us, so empty your pockets and be on your merry way. Better do as I say, or Mr. Conabin here will break every bone in your body. Isn't that right, Fedor? What? There's a war in the streets here, robbing a defender of the city? Get him, boys. Wow, great. Not much we can do here, unfortunately. Ow. And I don't have like any items or anything like that, do I? Well. I hope that this is a, he's tough as nails, this one. Well, it sounds like this is, a scripted event. Alistair's been incapacitated in battle. Incapacitation occurs whenever character's health drops to 0. This happens, character can no longer act during combat. Once characters are incapacitated, they stay like that until combat ends. All incapacitated characters get restored to combat readiness with 1 hit point right after combat ends. Darcy, I keep telling you, he's a champion. Would you shut it with that hogwash? Seems fortune smiles upon us today. He's got what we're looking for. Let's grab the crystal and scram. Boss doesn't like to be kept waiting. Alistair, can you walk? Is there something I can do? Looks like I can't stand up, buddy. I just need to rest here a bit, and I'll be fine, I think. Find the tavern. Exit the sewers up ahead, and follow the streets north. The spicy wind. You can't miss it. Ask for an L-Lord by the name of Charlie, Spicy Wind Tavern. You'll know what to do. Alistair, I'll get help. Just hold on. The tavern, Reunion Square. Run. Save yourself. Umbridges. The spinny eye thing. Hang in there, I'll be right back. -1 strange crystal. Alistair has left the party. And I've got someone who can't fight. Black gunpowder, bottle of gore. Broken. Can't be opened with bare hands. Maintenance board with violet lightning hints at fatal consequences of getting inside. Yeah, don't push your luck. Dragon to fight unprepared? Yep. Where should I go now? How do I help Alistair? Can I even get to the spicy wind? My head feels like 1,000 knives have pierced my mind. Must shut out the pain and help, but why? What reason do you have? Oh, save me and I'll save him. I'm just returning the favor. How can I abandon someone in danger? Can't leave him back there. Didn't leave me behind. Help me without standing to gain anything. Feel like I should follow example. We can really help each other. Goals aligned and two simply better than one. As long as I don't become a burden to Alistair, we can assist each other in reaching our goals. How can I abandon someone in danger? I want to do the right thing. You didn't abandon me, neither should I. I shouldn't stop. Oh, must go and find help. Uh-oh. The extreme situation Kaiba has found himself in has unlocked his hidden potential. Kaiba can now use 2 skills. They're both special skills. Kaiba's first skill, the aspect of Wraith, is considered an attack. It has light damage type, which is fortuitous since all Umbridges have a weakness to this element. Remember the damage types tutorial? If not, you can always refresh your memory by accessing the help via the menu. The aspect of Justice, Kaiba's second skill, is not an attack, but gives Kaiba the ability to remove negative buffs from himself or his allies. Time to try the aspect of Wraith on an enemy. Some characters will have special skills that have a unique set of rules when they function by. Sometimes they may not be attacks at all. These skills have varying rules, but most of them can be targeted from anywhere in the battlefield on any valid target. Special skills always ignore avoidance tokens and cover. Okay, now that's nice. I can feel the ether filling me with power. How can this be? No time to think about it now. Hold on, Alistair. Coming to help you. Okay, that's just a big circle. Oh, and that is a ladder. Must go back and help Alistair. Oh. I thought your goal was to head to get help, but okay. Come on, this has to work. Okay, but I don't know how this is possible. I feel like I can move again. I think I'll be able to get to the tavern myself now. How'd you do that? No idea, Alistair. Can't remember anything but my name. My thoughts are jumbled, but I guess I know how to manipulate the ethers. Numbers attached me. I got scared, and then just like that, I know I could do this. What's happening to me? Now you're giving me goosebumps, kiddo. Who exactly are you? All those dead bodies in the forest. Crystal I found near that place. I really don't know. Sorry. It's getting weirder by the minute. Just find Charlie. He'll know what to do about all this. The streets above us are probably full of fighting still. Gotta be careful and avoid getting caught by the invading soldiers. Watch out for the bluecoats. They're the bad guys. And if you absolutely gotta fight, try using your sparkly whatever you use back there to help out. I'll take care of the soldiers. We'll figure out what to do once we find Charlie. Deal? Deal. Whether your character's incapacitated during combat or they receive a random wound. You can tell whether a character has any wounds by the top corner of the screen. Wounds apply penalties to a character's parameters or reduce effectiveness of their skills. Ugh. You can view more detailed information about a character's wounds in their character screen. Just right-click on their portrait or navigate it to the party manager. Wounds stay with a character permanently and will reduce their combat effectiveness unless removed by visiting a haven. Havens can be identified by the panel pictured above. Wounds can be removed automatically by entering the haven. Okay, well. Kaiba, look. Must be a stash those bandits use to store the stuff they steal. Not anyone's gonna protest if we help ourselves to anything inside. Here's supplies, there's some medicine in there. Need all the help we can get right now. Medical supplies. Just found a medical supply kit. You can restore your character's health with it anytime. Every unit of medical supplies restores the health of one character to a maximum. If the character is healthy, medical supplies will remove one last wound that the character received. Quantity of your medical supplies shown in the icon in the top screen. You can find them in secret stashes and buy them from merchants while you travel. Despite Kaiba's best efforts, Alistair is still on his last legs. Kaiba's also taking a beating. So it'd be a good idea to use medical supplies right now. Okay. Exit the sewers. Okay. Poke you. Take you out. And that made sure that everyone had minimum time to do things. Pokey pokey. And flashy, flashy. Among other skills, which are mostly connected items, are personal upgradable skills. Alistair's case is the Ether Champion Gauntlet. It allows him to manipulate dark ether. These special crystals to upgrade it. Seen them before? Common loot you receive on defeating the Umbrages. Crystals accumulate over time. Have a certain amount. You can charge the glove to discover new skills. Open the Party Manager button. Upper right screen, click Alistair's portrait. Lower right to the screen, you can see the selection with Alistair's Ether Gauntlet. Nothing new. Press this button, you'll use all your Dark Ether crystals, charge the gauntlet. Do it. I'm serious. Just do it. Congrats, you got a new skill. Don't forget to upgrade Alistair's gauntlet further. Electric Carapace. With this skill, Alistair creates electric carapace for himself or one of his allies. Grants the owner immunity to electricity, plus everyone who deals melee damage to a character on the electric carapace will receive spark status. Very useful skill when you're being attacked by electricity or you're in melee combat and have no avoidance tokens. Okay. So, I go click on that, I think. Yep, Champion Ether Gauntlet, and use all 29 to unlock Electric Carapace. Okay. We better keep a low profile. You're an extraordinary kid. You can take on monsters now, but people are another story altogether. What's going on? Why all the fighting? Army of Despair, the light forsake them, has invaded Braun for no apparent reason, with no demands or declaration of war. Been living in isolation for, well, who knows how long, and all of a sudden they're knocking down our doors with not so much as a warning shot. Came in on a huge airship, you see. Marching an army through the Umbrage Wild is almost impossible, but in Lee Force on a large boat that sails through the sky, that's a different story. They have soldiers that use air ether. Gives them the ability to control wind currents and compress the air itself. In other words, we aren't ready to go up against them face to face. What if other people need our help? If people need help, you'd say? Well, in that case, we should help, but only if we can. Getting you to safety is important, too. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. No time to go back to the sewers. Only umbrages and death there. Shell crater is still hot. It's not the best place to hide from bombardment. Sometimes. Large oscillating pillar. These things provide energy to all the houses around. Good to know. In this battle, you have some brand soldiers fighting on your side. Although they are friendly, you have no direct control over them. They'll make decisions and take actions completely independently. Most of them, just like Alistair, use electric weapons, comply with Spark Jolt, and stock statuses. The enemy has one sentinel, the shield bearer. He can provide cover to the enemy character standing in line directly behind him. Okay. So how about you drop down? I'll have you zap him. Well, as long as it's not one of my guys. Oh, you cover him no matter what. Okay. Round 2. sheets, gunpowder, junk, air ether crystals, and more money. So much for keeping a low profile. Thank you for your assistance, champion. Always glad to help out a fellow shoulder. Okay, but you can really handle yourself. Those tricks of yours, sir, come in handy. I'm sorry, Alistair. Don't really know what's happening to me. Don't worry about it. Use the ether myself. See this gauntlet? What gives me strength? Careful out there, champion. Vespier seems shadow-bent on hunting every last one of you down. Thank you for your help. It's our duty, soldier. Say, Kaiba. We've already got ourselves a ball. Let's help the defenders of Bran clear this place out. What do you say? Sure, people need help. We should help. Definitely can help. What do you say this invasion is true? These Vespier people sound really nasty. Great. With our powers combined, we are Captain No, wait. We could really tip the balance in favor for our soldiers. Let's do it. Well, we should get involved. Enemy Sergeant just moved Alistair with a melee attack while still has avoidance tokens. Okay. Unlike coordinators, the highest level of military personnel of Vespier, Lance Sergeant is a mere unit. Common soldier expendable even if he has some minor commanding rank. The Lance Sergeants carry out their duty valiantly as they think their situation but a milestone to the way from coordinators' ranks. Well, let's give you a pokey poke. I'll take you out first. And figured, yeah, your job was gonna be done soon anyway. All right. Oh. Got a trick up your sleeve. And that did nothing. Oh. My abilities have changed from light to darkness. Kaiba just did a significant larger amount of damage than usual. Kaiba's light aspect of justice attaches the overwhelming light status. Kaiba's aspect of justice attaches found darkness status. Status cannot be on the same enemy at the same time. Kaiba's light skills will detonate powerful darkness, dealing 10 damage, while his dark skills detonate overwhelming light, dealing 10 points of light damage. Keeping Kaiba constantly switching between his first and second halves of the tension meter will nearly double his damage output. Okay. More air ether crystals, ether device, and plenty of money. Long live King Wilhelm, first of the champions, defender of Braun. Long live the king. Here, something for your assistance. Ooh, medical supplies. And a box of stuff. Vegetables and distilled water. Field kitchen of the aggressor. Smells unusual. Never tasted food like this. Old well. Water's surface is covered with ashes and soot. War. War never changes. Now let's just take you out immediately. Ow! And hopefully that's all it takes. Good. Characters taking a solid beating in last battle. Don't have to wait until they start dropping from exhaustion. Anytime you can use medical supplies to roll your restore everyone to full health. On one hand, medicine isn't something readily available. On the other, their only use is to heal your party. Yeah. Should help out. Valkyrie's elite detachment of best players' forces. Among other things, they have a skill that lets them perform 2 attacks per 1 use of that skill. Each attack requires 1 token to be avoided and will do damage independently. This means that one action of Valkyrie can remove up to 2 avoidance tokens from a character. If the character has only 1 token, the second attack will do damage. As drawbacks, however, by blocking a Valkyrie's attack with his electric shield, Alistair will apply Spark on the first strike and Jolt on the second, leaving the Valkyrie only 1 electric attack away from being stunned. So, what you're telling me is use Electric Carapace. Valkyries can fly, which allows them to move to any cell on their side of the battlefield, regardless of distance or obstacles in a single turn. They also cannot be targeted by melee skills, however cannot be covered by sentinels. Interesting. I should find myself in that situation, run out of avoidance tokens, while a second Valkyrie will be able to attack before the start of the next round, dealing massive damage. Sadly, no avoiding taking the hit, so let's turn this to an advantage. Alistair to create the electric carapace around him or one of his allies, giving immunity to electricity. Okay. Let's protect yourself. Ow. So, because you're flying, I have to use guns, right? Well, crap. Alistair did very little damage with that last shot. Alistair's revolver does 4 points of physical damage, while Valkyrie does 3 points of armor. Should try to back armor points with skills that either do ether damage or have armor-piercing attributes. Okay. Well. Yeah, I only have the ability to use a gun against a flying attack, so I guess that's all I got. I don't feel so good. Hope the other districts are doing okay. I hope so too. Blaze 7. Welcome to Grimshade. Yes, thank you for making great game devs. PPS. Do not die. Well, let's help these folk out. let's see here. Start pulling your avoidance tokens. Yeah. Oh, that's good. You a poke. Okay, that's not bad. Let's just take out as many people as possible. Good. Do you have like 1 hit point left? Yep. There we go. Max tension. But got you taken out. Trying to become a champion like you, but then took an arrow to the knee. Yeah, it's a long story. I gotta hand it to him. Know how to fight. Really get a chance to shoot. There's always something in the way. Power plant unit. During the holidays, they burn brighter so the citizens can do circle dances around them. I wouldn't want to do a circle dance around a Tesla coil. I mean, maybe that's just me. Yeah. Skip some medical supplies. Cause this ain't good. Choke and cleanse. Negative status has just been applied to Alistair. You can always tell a character has negative status effects. Red arrow below their tension gauge. Brass gunners with their pneumatic rifles have an unconventional range skill. The attack avoids opponent's tokens and applies a nasty status called choke. Okay. All stages completely blocks tension regeneration received from waiting new rounds. Ooh. Also, character that already has choke status is taken successful hit with an air skill and raise tension by 20. Okay. Now that's all not good. So let's use your healing ability. let's see. Have you take him out. And this should be easy enough. Hooray! $12.15 gold, not bad. Okay, but what are you doing? Haven't cleared out the enemy troops yet. Right, let's go back and find the ones we missed. Okay then. Well, we gotta help. Ow. Well, let's start up some defense. And you've got a noose. And you're taken down. Nice. Yeah, heal. Well, you don't have any defense tokens, so yeah, let's take you down. Let's go hard. There we go. Made it just in time, champion. Glory to the ether. Here, take some coins. Not much, but it might need more than we do. Yeah, I definitely could use money. $50 more gold? I'll take it. Or gunpowder? I'll take that too. More metal? Yeah. Big shell hit this place. Maybe they aimed at the power plant unit. That makes sense. Doors shut. Frightened eye gleamed in the keyhole. He had to report back to the barracks in Lower City. Less Valkyries flying around. Must be the rain. Said the Despair cornered most of the champions. Guess the rumors weren't true. Well, kinda. Thank you for your assistance, youngsters. Careful out there, though. Despair soldiers have been around demanding to be information about anyone using dark ether. Well, that's us. Let's see if there's anyone else that could use our help. Looks like we're doing okay. I'm seeing no one highlighted while I'm holding down tab. I'll show him not to mess with Bronze Breast and Bavis. If all champions are doing this well, the city will be free of invaders by morning. Alistair, why are these people calling us champions? Well, I don't remember anything, do you? It's because I have a champion's gauntlet on my arm. Works on dark ether. Insert an ether crystal in the slot, like so, and bam! Manipulate the flow of dark ether around you. If you're a champion, that is. This particular crystal lets me generate a lot of power and convert dark ether into a form of lightning. The entire kingdom runs on contraptions like these. Every light, every machine. I don't need crystals to do that, though. Yeah, well, we'll have to ask Charlie about that. He might know more. Speaking of which, I can see the tavern up ahead. We should hurry. Friendly advice and a roof over our heads would be very welcome about now. Spicy Wind Tavern. Alistair, my boy, where have you been? Looks like you've been dragged through the sewers. Young Justice? Yeah, definitely. I can see that. I was, sort of. You're trying to evade Bespear's soldiers by hiding down there? Who's your young friend? This is Kaiba. Men numbered Weld. Promised him more meal and a shelter for the night. Forest? This is all highly regular. Alistair, forces are being pushed back in the upper city. Might have to take up arms ourselves to show these invaders some manners. Speaking of manners, I do apologize. It's been a trying evening. Name's Shuglith Glassington. Charlie to my friends. You must be exhausted. It's nice to meet you, sir. Waru! Quit howling, you antiquated bagpipe. I'm in the same room. Wataru, this is Kaiba. Draw a bath for the little one and find him some clothes. Make up the old bed in the attic. Meanwhile, Alistair and I have some matters to ponder. Now, what you're pondering, you old crook? A rifle stays on the wall. Who's gonna look after the tavern if your tainted light leaves with that ancient hide of yours? I'm sure you'll manage, dearest. Like I have nothing better to do than look after this flea-infested pisshole. Sweet child, you look ready to drop. Come this way. Leave these fools to their little soldier fantasies. Let's get you warm, fed, and tucked into bed. Go, Kaiba, rest. You'll be safe among these people. Now, from the beginning, if you will. Oh, yeah. So, I'm in part of the forest I've never seen. Hold up, think you skipped the part on how you got there in the first place. Well, I was fighting a Valkyrie, jumped on one of their flying things, managed to push her off with the gauntlet. You were finally able to call upon the powers of the ether? I was just as surprised myself. Broke my fall with it, too. What fall? Like I was saying, I fell into a part of woods never been for before, near the river with this huge pile of washed up bodies. You fell into the forest. Whoop. From the Valkyrie's flying thing. Do keep up, please. Right. Pile of bodies, to say. Sounds very disturbing. All of them dressed exactly like the boy. That's where I found him. Dazed and disoriented. Memory of that place still gives me goosebumps. And we tried to get back to the city sewers when we were saved and then robbed by bandits. Slow down, boy. My mind isn't what it used to be. I think I'm starting to get a headache. I was beat up bad, first by Umbridge, then by bandits who stole the crystal, could hardly move, so I sent Kaiba to find you, but then he came back and healed me. With ether, Charlie. Light ether. No crystal, no mechanisms anywhere on him. Never seen anything like... What? Why are you looking at me like that? Searching for a crack in your skull. If it was coming from anyone else, I'd write it off as fantasy or a vision. I know it sounds unbelievable, but I'm telling it like it is. I don't doubt you, my boy. I do trust your judgment. Sounds like a dreadful business. Mayhap this has something to do with the invasion? I don't know, Charlie. I saw no soldiers in the woods, and the dead don't look like they were killed by weapons. Well, you've had a hectic night. Suggest you go rest up. Well, I think on what to do about this. We shall discuss how to proceed in the morning. There you are, filthy dock spawn. Oh, no you don't. I'll skin every last one of you before I start a mess in here. Outside now. Okay. Well, let's see. You've got one shield token there. So I'll give you a smack. Yeah. Aim shot. Charlie is a first-rate sharpshooter. His first skill, aim shot, does a tremendous amount of damage. He tears through eye-watering 50 points of health and ignores up to 10 points of armor. There's a limitation. The skill requires preparation. When he uses a skill, damage won't be done instantly, but in Charlie's case, after a period of 15 time units. Take note of the indicator on the timeline with this selected. This is when the shot will be fire. Any time during preparation, Charlie takes damage. This move, the target moves, dies, preparation is interrupted, and Charlie fails to fire. Pay attention to enemies with avoidance. Try to use characters to strip Charlie's targets of avoidance tokens just before he takes a shot. Generally lowers the effectiveness of a specific character, however, most of Charlie's shots are one-hit kills, well worth the effort. Characters in the preparation phase of skills are indicated by this icon. Okay. Time trouble and aim shot. And that would go just before your next round. So, yeah, we'll do that. Pay attention to enemies with avoidance. Try to use characters to strip Charlie's. So, yeah, we did that. Attack doesn't have to ignore avoidance property. A character will always avoid an attack. They have avoidance tokens left in the character's display. Blah, 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 blah. So, you've got an avoidance with that one there. So, I'm going to smack you. So that when it's Charlie's turn, boom, headshot. Charlie's second skill lesson shot from his trusty old flintlock. Simple and effective, not as fast as Alistair's revolver, but it does more damage, gives an opportunity when it's unable to take aim. Charlie can use his third skill to mark targets for elimination. Being an experienced hunter and former mercenary, knows how to hit them just right to do that much more damage. Marked enemies take 25 more damage from all sources. This is Charlie's signature skill and requires concentration to perform. Unlike ether users who use concentration channel either energies every round, Charlie has to raise concentration through other means. He does it by killing enemies. Okay, well, let's give a fast shot. 10. Boom. Oh, and I can take another one. Boom. Victory. Haha, these old paws haven't lost their touch. Not at all. Charlie, if what you say is true, our soldiers have been driven out of the lower districts. Trixie and Mother must make sure they're safe. Oh, no you don't, young man. Just look at yourself. You can barely stand. You have no use of them if either of you could reach them. You shall go tomorrow after a good night's rest. She is right, Alistair. So far, the best Spire soldiers are purposely avoiding unnecessary civilian casualties. Besides, the rain seems to damage their fighting, or dampen their fighting spirit for the night. Your mother should be safe until morning. Oh, very much martial art to the gun. Don't envy the fool who tries to cross Olivia. That woman knows how to stand up for herself. Uh-oh. Must be a dream sequence. Yeah, I think you're the baddie. The bad baddie. Uh-oh. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Shirts are optional. The old man, he took something. Something inside. Just tore it out. Dream. Only a dream. Well, at least we got a shirt. Still got cargo pants on. Very useful. Got a beret on. And what looks to be a turtleneck sweater, some chainmail, and some gloves. Mouth is dry. I feel like my stomach is on fire. I'll look for help downstairs. Well, first, there's just a pile of guts in your room? Really? Efforts to remove the web from the cupboard are futile. Your hand just passes through it. Illustration has become alive. You see an armless Elidor fighting a giant crocodile. This struggle has no sense of all, but the Elidor won't give up. So I believe the Eliors are the furries. 3-volume edition of the book about vulgar languages. Looks like all the strong words in this kingdom are related to the word darkness. This book may be very interesting, but you can't pick it up. You try, but fail every time. Like it's just drawn on the background. Room smells like a swamp. You want to open the window to let some air in, but it won't budge at all. Looks like it can't be opened at all. I still hear a thump thump. Alistair? Sir Glassington. Sir, anyone here? Well, Sir Glassington's definitely here. Sir Glassington? Sheldonly, sir, could I trouble you for a glass of water? Water? For a live? Nellor has the entire ocean full of water. No. Oh. Alistair! Alistair! Help me, Alistair! Kaiba, what's happening? Are you alright? Umbrages, downstairs. It's full of them. Dead people in yellow. I was just down there. There's no one but the Eliors. No Umbrages or dead people. Yeah, it must have been a dream, little buddy. Nothing to be afraid of. I'm right here with you. I guess you're right. It just was so real. I saw a scary old man stick his icy cold hands inside my stomach. Then Sir Sherilyn turned into one of those corpses by the river. Definitely a dream, then. Feeling better now? Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry for troubling you. No need to apologize. What friends are for. You can call me on whenever you need me. Since you're already up, Cheryl and I were going to go in Lower City and find my mom and sister. I'd be really glad if you came with. Best Bear probably still holds most of Lower City, so we need all the help we can get. I'd be happy to lend a hand. What a nightmare. It's only a dream. Nobody trusts dreams. By the way, Wararu found some clothes for us. Open party management screen by clicking on the associated button top screen or by pressing the P key. You can switch between characters at the top of the party management window by left-clicking on the portraits. Yay! You can see a character depicted in the central part of the screen. They have slots for different items. Kaiba can wear 2 garments, 2 accessories. It's not much, but Kaiba powers lie elsewhere. Alistair and Charlie can use 2 weapons, main one and secondary one. They have items that grant passive status skills. Besides that, they have items that can be upgraded and a slot for different utility items. That's better, isn't it? See all the items and chosen character on the right of the screen. You can view them by groups. Double-click by dragging the slot to place the item. Last for now, your characters are already wearing everything they have. On the left, you can see information on the current condition of a character and their status. So if I wanted to... I guess I can't move anything. Knitted scarf. Warm and cozy, knitted by Wararu. And that's it. Piercing bullets. Weapon load thin, slightly higher overall damage. Lock pistol. Reacher. Charlie's Compendium. Charlie's notebook, which he writes down information on foes' weaknesses. That gives him the mark target skill. Okay. And I guess I haven't picked up any more Dark Ether yet. And I'm not sure what. Charlie stores battle resources after killing foes. Okay. Rasul and Liviga, an ancient gallant love rune about two Eleanors. Sunsets are bountiful at this time of year. Beautiful, even? Too bad such outrages are committed in the city right now. Yeah. That's a book in old Elorian hidden under the bed. You can't understand a word, but the pictures are beautiful. Battle of Isun, 3-volume edition. More gold, water, and honey. Web looks abandoned. The owner has moved, it seems. We can talk to people. Best honey cake in Braun. Rumor has it the King Wilhelm Allen can't produce an heir. He locked himself in the castle and ceased to appear in public. Uh-oh. Impotency. Eleanor has entered in this tragedy, but the crown should be more involved in the lives of Braun's inhabitants instead of leaving everything up to the order. The Elors know that even in dark times you need to be strong and save your light. Sometimes I get tired of the music. I just want to talk in uninterrupted. I can understand that. You're a nice boy. Libs don't usually come here. I guess libs are humans. It's a great place for some decoration and services. Good Eleanor shouldn't complain about their lives. Sometimes a little boring, actually. Oh, boring is nice at times. Greetings, young Liv. Do you want to talk? Who are you? I am just an Eleanor, burning my wealth and time in hopes of meeting an art lover, just like me, for interesting conversations. I respect the traditions of my people, but card games are no longer for me. But this barbaric passion has given my heart to fine art and music. Rumor has it that they play delightful music in Dragon Tick, and the wonderful choir of the Labyrinth Mothers captivates your ears. I don't try to verify this, though. Eleanor should meet in the Spicy Wind Tavern. That's the way it is. Interesting. Is there a flourishing art scene in Braun? Not really. Hard to find real talent in these times. However, you can still find old paintings, written music, and antiques that our ancestors left. Find myself a nice collection of all sorts of paintings. There are masterpieces from the masters of the past, and the faded works of modern lazy people, and even one special portrait. A majestic artifact it was indeed. Yeah, apparently it's painted with an ether since it was so beautiful. I don't even know that was possible. But now I'm stuck in the Spicy Wind Tavern and my collection is at home. That I can't access now because of all the events as of late. Ouch. Well, have a good one. See, everyone's up. Kaiba will be joining us, I assume? Yes, Sir Glassington. Decided to come and help. Told Charlie about everything that's happened yesterday. Well, I tried your best, at least, considering the circumstances. There's a little we understand of this business. No time to stay and deliberate. On this occasion, we must figure it out as we go. And how many different than any other occasionally? And how is this any different than from any other occasion with you? Do tell. Oh, for the love of light, must you annoy me so? Well, you haven't had that rifle for a decade, Charlie. Why now? Or held that rifle for a decade, Charlie. Why now? Had plenty of trouble in this city before. Must change. I can feel in my bones, Waruru. Something is amiss. I can't sit this one out. My hunter's sense is telling me it's important. Hunter's nonsense. I can't let the boys go alone, can I? No, of course not. Darkness on you for imagining I thought otherwise. Just come back in one, please. My dear, I will, my dear Wawaru. We'll just take a peek. Only thing you know how to take a peek at is the scope of that rifle of yours. Take care of this walking carpet for me, boys. May the light illuminate your path. Esteemed proprietor, do excuse my sensitive ears, but I couldn't help it over here. Are you mounting an excursion to lower districts? I should warn you, the fighting seems to have escalated since dawn, and the champions of Braun are nowhere to be seen. It says right so here on the front page. Light almighty, what could have happened to them? What are the people? To quote, most civilians have been evacuated to the upper cities and found shelter in the fold of mothers. Some citizens chose to barricade themselves at home. So the new... I guess the city is large enough that it can be under siege and they still have a printing press running, like, immediately. Okay. Mum wouldn't have budged. I know it. Must hurry. In your travels, come across areas which are safe havens for your party. Here you can rest, heal your wounded, prepare further travels by crafting consumable items. Take note of the icon above. When this happens... Portrait of Mr. Gray. Seems like you've seen this face somewhat recently. Probably... Oh, Dorian Gray. Uh-huh. Also, being in Haven grants you access to crafting facilities, giving you the ability to craft useful, consumable items called utilities. I'm party manager and switch to Charlie's inventory. Press this button to go to craft menu. All your characters learn a variety of recipes throughout the game, which they'll use to craft utility items. Blah, 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 blah. Craft utilities directly from character utility tab for existence. Charluta Special Reserve requires 8 bottles of distilled water, 8 bottles of guar, 4 honeycombs, and 3 vegetables. No celery, please. All the ingredients can be found on defeated enemies, stashes, or traders. Speaking of traders, you should speak to Wawaru. Because I don't have everything. You look good, kid. What do you need from me? Something on your mind? Wawaru, tell me of the kingdom. No matter how much we blame Bran for the hard life, it is our home. I must say that Livs and the Elrors don't exactly hate each other. We don't touch the Livs and they don't touch us, and that's okay. Never a good war or bad peace. As for the kingdom, there's a monarch with his entourage, the brave army, the poor, the rich. They're hard workers and lazy folks, sign that things aren't all that bad. Squares, streets, houses, nothing remarkable. Not very involved in public life, are you? Outside tavern? Not interested in much. Well, it's a very cozy tavern. Tell me more about it. Spicy Wind Tavern was inherited by the old Charlie from the even old Bizzard. Maybe you already know that. Bizzard was pretty cool. Could smooth talk anyone. Also a great shot in case his words ever failed him. Bizzard was one of the Eleanors that came here from long ago and founded Braun. That's when Bizzard opened his tavern. He took pretty good care of the Spicy Wind, but again, I do it better. Great cozy family environment here for the most part. Just our regulars that come in here. They know us, we know them. It's not all surprising there aren't many Eleanors left in Braun. There aren't many left, why not? Let me put it this way, child. Unlike the Livs, our numbers aren't getting larger. Ooh. Can I buy something? Items are displayed on left. These you can sell next to the amount. Each item in storage. Player storage is unlimited, by the way. Trader's items displayed on the right. Next to each item, you can see a purchasing price. Each item of trader's stocks can be purchased in limited quantities. They will never run out. Check how much money you have in the bottom corner of the window. Bottom right is the medicine purchase medicine. You can't carry more than 5 units of medicine at once. Let's purchase everything we need to craft Charluta's Special Reserve. All you need to buy or sell is right-click an item you want to buy, sell, press Control left-click to buy, sell in packs of 10. Well, let's see here. I could probably use some of this other stuff as well. Ba-ba. Okay, at least a lot of this stuff. I'll mention if I need it. Okay, that's all I need for the special reserve. Um... Yeah, I want to at least get a shoulder armor for Alistair if he's going to be in the front lines. Goodbye, dear Wawaru. Let's craft Shendla Special Reserve. Open Party Manager, go to Charge Utility tab. And craft. Strong blue to make your paws steady and aim true. Whatever. Shendla Special Reserve isn't something you would want. Serve to heroic croak, but it allows you to clear your mind and focus intensely on one thing and one thing only, regardless of what's happening around you. Example, taking that one perfect shot. Charlie downs an entire bottle, after which foes can't interrupt his preparation. Effect is removed by taking the next action. Interesting. Now let's put that on you. That gives you a little better armor. I've got nothing to improve that with. Okay. Start a quest. East or West home is the best. Okay. So in dialogue, it's war war oh, and in this it's war war ooh with a U. Interesting. Face on the counter. Strongest port wine in the area. Enchantment at the seafloor is playing softly. Group photo. A lot of Eleanors, but you recognize only Charlie. If not for the artist's autograph in the lower left corner of the painting, you would think this is just some spilled ink on the canvas. Origin of Evil. The idea of the study came to Balthasar in his sleep. I can talk to people. How you feeling, kid? Really thankful to you, Alistair, for helping me get out of that horrible forest. I don't know what I've done, or how to repay you. You already did more than enough, my young friend. Get me out of those sewers in one piece with that little miracle of yours. Anyway, something I want to talk about? Well, tell me about yourself. Not much to tell. Grew up as a simple boy in these very streets. My father was a champion. I wanted to follow in his footsteps, but they wouldn't let me go through with the initiation. I served in the constabulary for a time, but that didn't last. Kept on trying to be more like my father. Learning on my own everything I need to know how to be a champion. Not many people took me seriously, though. I don't know what else to say. Guess you can learn more by sticking around. You will stay, won't you? I don't think I've got anywhere else to go. You can stay with us as long as you need. Speaking of which, have you been able to remember anything? About who you are, where you came from? I don't know, or don't remember. I know what things are and how to speak, even read. I can recall images of something, like reflections in a million shards of glass, all mixed up. Mostly of places and events, but they make a little sense. I don't remember a single face, not one. That must be tough. Should be able to remember something. Just give it some time. I'll help in any way I can. Keep your chin up. Where are we exactly? You can't remember the city either. Alright, well, we're in Braun, a large city-state surrounded by the Umbridge Weald from the south and west and ringed by mountains to the north and east. Many years ago, our forefathers came in fleeing catastrophe, or so the story goes. Weald wasn't as dangerous back then as it is now, so the refugees settled in the abandoned ruins of an old Eleanor city. As time passed, the forest grew more dangerous, and people were forced out of the surrounding areas and the city proper. New fortifications were erected atop the old foundations to keep the umbrage at bay. These days, you wouldn't find many people venturing outside the city walls. Most who try and never return. Thus, we've been isolated from the rest of the continent for... I actually don't know how long. Never seen anyone get through the other side in my lifetime. There were old rumors going on that this is the only city still left standing in Hardfor after the fall of the Old Kingdom. That just goes to show you how much trust you should place in rumors. They were ruled by King Wilhelm Elheim, supported by 3 large organizations: Constabulary, the Order of Alchemists, and the Fold of Lambent Mothers. Mention King of Braun and several institutions. King Wilhelm, yes, not just the king, but also the first champion and the founder of the champion tradition. They say he's as old as the city itself, but I don't believe the hearsay like that. As for the institution, first there's the Order of Alchemists. They're a mysterious bunch. No one really knows most of them or where they recruit their members. Whatever their methods of recruitment, they keep to themselves, just like their secrets of finding dark ether and usable ether crystals. Most of the machinery seen in this city is powered thanks to the efforts of their order. Led by a man named Gosk Pershaw. Now I think about it, don't really know whether I've got anything to say about him one way or the other. What about the Fold of Lambent Mothers? They are difficult to define. Tend to lead simple, detached lives in the service of others. They run mostly the almshouses, orphanages, and free clinics around the city, operating mostly on donations. They also possess the ability to heal wounds and cure illnesses using the ether of light, though gaining mastery of these powers can cause them to grow somewhat dispassionate. Athena Winterstone is their current supreme prioress. You can find their cathedral in Upper Braun. Some word about the constabulary. This is essentially the peacekeeping forces of the city, which, in times of war, also serves as the military. Not such a great idea that, as it turns out, they were trained to keep umbrages at bay and patrol the streets, not fight an all-out war. Got a barracks in Lower District commanded by Major Kurtz. Force you found me in. What's that place? There's not much to tell, you saw yourself. Weld appeared long ago and constantly grew, sending hordes of monsters into the city. Say the wheel transformed into the source of dark ether, which is somewhere nearby. I think only our alchemists know the real reason for the attacks, and they found the means to fight it. Thus, our champions came to it. After I saw what back where I found you, I've started to have my doubts. Doubts about what exactly? You know, I've always doubted something. Never mind. Well, we'll talk later. Well, before we finish up, let's talk to Charlie. Hello, lad. How are you? Thanks for everything, Mr. Glassington. I'm doing so much better. Good rest has me at my best, although I did have a few nightmares. Mr. Glassington, it's been a while since anyone's called me that. How are the clothes? Not the latest fashion, but it's warm, right? We Eleanors are very particular about clothing. We wear them for so long they go in and out of fashion before we take them off. Sometimes a few times. So, how can I help you, boy? My head and memories are still fuzzy. It's all just fragments. I barely remember anything about myself, and I don't remember anything about Braun or the people who live here. Tell me more about what's going on here? Sure, of course, boy. Ask away. Old Charlie can tell you all sorts of things. Who are the Eliors? You live in Braun and don't know the Eliors? You really banged your head good. Eliors are a race born to the elements, which are the name the Eliors come from. Unlike Livs, who were created by light and lesser source. Now in the area of progress, no one speaks about such nonsense, but people used to believe in their light origins. I won't say a lot, but if you look on us, everything becomes clear. We're creatures endowed with extra talents from the animal world. It used to be offensive in Braun to call Eleanors by their animal names, but times have changed, becoming more common nowadays. There aren't many of us. Livs don't always know us, and that's fine. Everyone has their own burdens to carry. But in the Spicy Wind Tavern, you'll see a lot of Eleanor's guests. Get to know them, talk to them. Perhaps you'll learn something interesting. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. Usually. What is this place? This is the Spicy Wind Tavern. Boy, it's famous throughout Braun. Meeting place for kind Elor friends. Livs almost never come here apart from Alistair and foodies who want to try our cuisine. It's been fairly clam. Oh, that's the second one. Come on, game. So far in the city proper, we've seen some enemy stragglers, but Despair soldiers mostly kept the lower parts of the city. I inherited a tavern from old Bizzard, a very worthy Elor. His portrait still hangs on the wall there. May his light be honored. Oh, we'll talk later. But I think we are going to drop ourselves a save here. And I think we're going to call that a video. But yeah, I think this game should be fun. I haven't found like a walkthrough or anything on that, so kind of playing this on the seat of my pants or so. But yeah, should be interesting. Should be interesting. But yeah, I think definitely next time we come back, we'll definitely be continuing more of Grimshade. But that'll be for another time. When we come back, folks, yeah, more strategy RPG funness. Have a good one.